Andrade is finally dropped of that stupid no-compete clause that WWE had on him. I've got news on that in more detail, as well as covering the phenomenal cards that we have for both Dynamite on 34th Street and Christmas Collision, plus some other interesting WWE and AEW news. All of that here on Screw the Script. Welcome back, everybody, to Screw the Script. I'm your host, as always, Maverick. I hope you guys are having a great week leading up to Christmas. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. This is likely my last video of the week. Like I said in my last video, I'm going to be taking a few days off for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and probably Friday as well. I have a family. I've got kids. We are very busy after today, so I wanted to talk about all this stuff and some breaking news real quick before I get to anything. I just want to say a special thanks to all of you. I have eclipsed 1,000 subscribers. It has been a long road. I've had this channel for just over 10 months. It was 10 months exactly, back on the 20th a few days ago. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. This once just started as a dream that I actually had for years. I didn't capitalize on doing this channel for years. I've been thinking about doing this, I want to say, since around COVID. And just my own way. I got in my own damn way and held myself back from starting it, but I'm glad that I finally did, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you. I do want to give a shout out to a specific person that actually contacted me on socials about the news on Andrade. I did already see it, but I told him, hey, thanks for commenting it and letting me know. I'll shout you out on my next video. So, at Zero Cool Lives, I believe is how he wants it to be said. Shout out to you. I said I was going to do it. I'm a man of my word for talking and bringing up the Andrade stuff over my Instagram, which is at screwthescript_pro wrestling on Instagram if you want to go and give me a follow there. Just wanted to make those 2 points before I get on to anything. Andrade has finally been lifted of that stupid-ass no-compete clause bullshit that WWE hit him with, just probably because he jumped back to AEW, because he's got a House of Glory date, I think in February. He's doing stuff with New Japan now, I believe, or something along the likes of that. I think it was really dumb from the get-go, extremely petty by WWE to do that. As we all know, he left WWE, went to AEW for a couple of years, then went back to WWE, and was only there for maybe a year. And things just went completely south for Andrade. Him and Charlotte Flair broke up. There's all kinds of backstory to it, but essentially he was thrown with this really, really dumb no-compete clause. Shortly after he made his return, when he attacked, I believe, Kenny Omega like 3 or 4 months ago, and that really didn't go anywhere. He was aligning with the Don Callis family. I would like to see that go somewhere. It looks like he's free to sign with any wrestling company that he wants. Roosh connected him with an attorney that was able to get his 1-year non-compete from WWE waived. Just unbelievable that he had to be in this situation to begin with. I cannot believe that WWE has been this petty in 2025. I already talked about something ridiculous in my last video, I believe it was, about them 6 years ago blocking Tony Khan and AEW from having their very first show at Madison Square Garden. There's been all kinds of other reports of things like that WWE has done to other promotions, but the way in how they did it is how I pointed out, because of how they've been claiming that they don't see AEW's competition, yet they still went ahead and did that. So obviously they do. You let me know down your thoughts below on this Andrade situation. Are you happy to see him have that non-compete clause lifted? Where do you see him fit in AEW if he jumps back? I'm sure he will be back soon in AEW. I have a few other things to talk about for AEW before I get to covering Dynamite and Collision, because man, are those fucking cards stacked. Right up here, Tony Khan confirms AEW's deal with WBD is locked in for over 2 more years. Our partnership with Warner Brothers Discovery was reimagined this year and will continue for years to come. We're locked in with TNT, TBS, and HBO Max for over 2 more years. The future is bright for us for years to come. Going back on what I've said in previous videos, there likely won't be any change, if anything, very minimal change to AEW weekly. They're going to remain on TNT and TBS, so you're not going to see that change. Like I've said before, the only thing that may change, not even a guarantee, but may change, is where their pay-per-views are going to be held. Are they still going to be on HBO Max? If they get axed from there, will Netflix pick it up? Or will they not want to have it because they have Raw already? If that happens, they'll probably go to Amazon Prime. Plain and simple. Also, Tony Khan reveals that he got a very nice holiday gift from David Zaslav that he will utilize in weeks to come. I have no idea what this is. I am just as blind as you guys are on this news. I'm curious what it may be. The person who is making the calls and always being a believer in AEW and continue to be as president and CEO, I just got a very nice holiday gift from him, in fact, that I will be utilizing in some fun ways in the weeks to come, is the full quote from Tony Khan. Let me know down below your predictions on that. I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say on that. Last couple of things before I get on to the cards for those two shows. Tony Khan says free agency for AEW this year wasn't about taking big swings like years past, and we all know plenty of names that they did in years past, but instead bringing in people complementing what they do. He singles out Speedball, Mike Bailey, Kevin Knight, and Tekla, for examples, as names who arrived in 2025 and fit in AEW very well. And yes, they do. Speedball and Kevin Knight, Jet Speed, fantastic tag team. Tekla is great in the ring, great women's addition to their women's roster, leading the faction of the Triangle of Madness. I'm a little on that name, a little corny, but that's fine. Tekla is great. Speedball is great. Kevin Knight is great. I am very happy to see how their new signings of 2025 have been utilized. Lastly, before we get on to the cards, one of the most iconic IPAs in craft beer joins forces with one of the most innovative brands in professional wrestling. Our new partnership with Bell's Brewery, Two Hearted IPA, celebrates AEW's World's End, taking place this Saturday. This is the official craft beer of World's End. Two Hearted is a classic. I've had it countless times in my life. For any of you out there that does drink, I'm sure you are aware of this beer, and I've had it before. How cool is that they have an official beer sponsor? Likely, I'm sure it'll be being sold by the hundreds of bottles, if not thousands of bottles, at World's End. Now going on to these unbelievably stacked cards. I mean, before I put them up on the screen, we saw Raw's card on Monday. Just an average Raw. I mean, I have nothing to really say about it. We'll see what continues on with the push that they are doing on Raw with Austin Theory. I hope it goes well. I'm just lukewarm on it. Nothing fantastic happened. He did win his tag match. I believe it was the main event for Raw. We saw Javon Evans, and apparently he is going to be getting called up early 2026, or is some reports that I'm reading. But my fucking God, AEW just slaps the shit out of WWE when it comes to giving the fans quality wrestling around the holidays. This feels like early fucking Christmas for me. The shows that we're going to get tomorrow and on Christmas Day. I mean, look at this up here. So Dynamite on 34th Street, starting with the bottom, special start time of 6/5 Central. You got Mina versus Shafir. I'm going Shafir on this, but should be a fun women's match. You got Bandito and Ricochet for that Diamond Ring final match. I've said it before on my prediction for this. I'll say it again. Ricochet is going to win this. He's going to go into 2026 as one of the top heels in AEW, carrying that Continental title and the ring. Bandito's no slouch, though. This should be arguably match of the night. MJF is going to be in action. More than likely just going to squash some nobody, maybe a local talent, or maybe just somebody that's a bit on the greener side. He'll likely cut a promo right after to hype up the fans for his match, now that he is included in the now fatal four-way match for the world title at World's End. We got a face-to-face interview with Chris Statlander and Jamie Hayter. This should be a lot of fun. I hope they do it in the ring. Likely it's just going to be a backstage pre-recorded interview, which is what we usually see, but I think it'd be a nice treat for the fans to have it done in person in the ring. Next, we got, to close out Dynamite on 34th Street, 3 Continental Classic matches. I don't think they'll close out back to back to back, but we're talking about all 3 of them here now. Roderick Strong and Andrade. I'm hoping Roderick Strong wins this, so he at least gets on the board. That's my pick there. Pac and Jungle Perry. Going back to what I've said on previous videos, I think the way that they're going to get Moxley booted from the Death Riders is he's going to finish with the least amount of points between him, Pac, and Claudio in this tournament. So I'm picking Pac to win this. And then the main event, Takeshita versus Orange Cassidy. You got to have Takeshita win this. Most likely it is going to come down to Takeshita and Okada for the finals. But I've had some pretty interesting insights in the comments. People saying that maybe it could be a fatal 4-way to determine it. Do something new and unique. Not entirely sure, but it should be good regardless. Then the very next day, brace yourselves. You're getting amazing wrestling back-to-back days. Christmas Collision, starting from the bottom to the top again. We got Babes of Wrath versus High-End and Maya World. Should be a quick women's tag match. Babes of Wrath will retain. I'm guessing they're probably going to get jumped, though, at the end, maybe by like Tekla and the Triangle of Madness. Something like that will happen. Then you got Pac versus Kevin Knight. Now, if they want to do what my prediction is, they probably have Pac win this, although I'd love to see Kevin Knight win this as well. I can't remember what points Pac and Jon Moxley are at, so Pac might need to win both of these to finish out higher than Moxley, but we'll get back to that. Jack Perry and Kyle Fletcher. I've got Kyle Fletcher winning this. Claudio and Roderick Strong. I got Claudio winning this. Takeshita and Dorada. Takeshita winning that. Speedball and Okada. Okada's going to win that. And then Orange Cassidy and Moxley, who they've had their, history. I'm going to pick Orange Cassidy to win this. Again, doubling down on what I said a minute ago, Jon Moxley is going to finish with the least amount of points, and it's going to cause a rift in the Death Riders. It's going to cause Claudio and Pac and Wheeler and Shafir to think, do we need this guy to be our leader when he only got what would be maybe 6 points total in the entire Continental Classic? That's what I'd like to see. Hopefully they make it happen. So yeah, just an incredible back-to-back day of wrestling for AEW. Tony Khan treats us so well. It's going to be Christmas on TV, essentially. I'm going to feel like a damn kid again. I'm very excited for both of these shows. And to close out the video, just a couple of quick WWE things. Dominic Mysterio suffers a shoulder injury during the AAA main event. There was actually a really good event that happened this past weekend. If you haven't seen it, I actually suggest watching it. I enjoyed it a lot. AAA is way better than WWE. The event was really good, but Mysterio suffered a shoulder injury. I don't know yet the magnitude of it, but if he is going to miss some time, that is one of maybe 4 people total in all of WWE that I actually kind of care about, and it's only going to make it tougher for me to watch their product. That's all I had in this episode of Screw the Script. A little bit longer one for you guys going into the holiday week for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Let me know down below your thoughts on everything that I talked about, the Andrade situation, your predictions on the matches for both Dynamite and Collision tomorrow and Thursday on Christmas Day, and anything else that you may want to ask me or talk about. Let me know down in the comments. I hope you guys all have a great Christmas. As always, this has been Maverick with Screw the Script. Thanks for watching.